Hello everyone, my name is Owen. Welcome back to the Sonic Chronicle. Welcome back to another Release Radar review. It is a Friday when I'm making this, and Spotify has updated its Release Radar. I took a quick look. Looks like there's some good stuff, some new stuff on here. So there's a couple of things in here that I'm really interested to take a look at. But before we do get into that, make sure to like this video if you like what I'm doing. Subscribe to the channel so you can see more of this stuff. Feel free to leave any comments that you wish under the video as well. So looking at this, the first one that we have here, Sweet Sounds of Heaven by the Rolling Stones featuring Lady Gaga. Those who have been watching these videos long term will recognize that as being probably the first song that I listened to when I first started making these videos. We'll kick into it with this first song, Sweet Sounds of Heaven, featuring Lady Gaga by the Rolling Stones, which I immediately forgot by the next video. So we're not going to listen to that one, although it is a live version, but we're not going to listen to it. It's slightly longer, maybe, than the original. Instead, we're going to jump on past Standing on Business, and we're going to jump ahead. We're going to listen to Ladybug by Twerp. I do like Twerp. Tupperware Remix Party. Maybe we'll drop that down a little bit there. Tupperware Remix Party, yeah. They have kind of gone on to become the Ninja Sex Party backing band somewhat, and the Starbomb backing band as well. They're two internet bands, two YouTube bands, effectively. But Twerp aren't to be slept on. They're much more than a backing band. Clearly great musicians in their own right here. I love the vocoder work. It's so good. And that bass player just won't quit. I kind of love how the guitar is pretty low down in the mix, and the bass takes real center stage. It makes a nice change. It's quite refreshing. But I guess that's going to be the case when it comes to funk. I just love the groove that they bring every time. Oh, those subtle little touches. They're so good. I call them subtle, but they're not really subtle. They're just lovely, lovely touches that really underlies a knowledge of what it is that they're trying to achieve. Knowledge of what it is to be a good, or to write a good song. And to produce something that's lovely. This is my jam. I love how the keys really accentuate the bass as well. I wonder, does he play a fretless bass? Ooh. Quiet keys middle. That's really nice. Ooh. This is not dissimilar to something from like Random Access Memories by Daft Punk. It's got a real tenderness to it, this part at least. Oh, that is such good bass playing. I think, is the bass player the cat? Or is the bass player the robot? Future me, figure out which member of Twerp is the bass player, whether is it the cat or the robot, and stick a picture up. Thank you, future me. Oh yeah, back in. Oh, and here's a lovely guitar solo. Oh. Oh man, I'm just grooving at this stage. Oh, beautiful run. And then just takes a spot back in the mix. Oh, it's so well put together. Oh, that is so like aerodynamic. Woo! A lovely guitar outro solo too. Twerp, you are spoiling us with this. Oh, just the level of instrumentation. Oh, if this was the voice, I would be slamming on that button right now. but it is not The Voice. This is the Sonic Chronicle, and as a result, the only thing that I have to award that song is, of course, the Sonic Chronicle seal of approval. Bam, easy money. Twerp, you've done it again. That is an absolute banger. The only small thing that I would maybe do is maybe like make the middle a little bit shorter, but that is super, super nitpicky. I loved it start to finish. You're doing great, babes. Ooh. Oh, that I'm going to have to take a minute to get over that one. All right, GreenDay, Dilemma. I hope this isn't the same as Nelly and Kelly. Is this? Oh, this is kind of cool. I kind of wish Billy Joe didn't sing as high as he does these days. I think his voice could do with a little bit of bottom end. But aside from that, though, this sounds pretty good. Again, the production is classic GreenDay. Similar to The American Dream is Killing Me. Maybe this record will be good. Maybe this will be the proper return to form for GreenDay. Saviors. That's out January, I think. February, maybe. This might be a record that I buy. The only thing is that they've released a number of singles from the album so far. So, are they just kind of, throwing enough mud to kind of push it out before the album comes out? It's tough. It's a tough one. Oh, I like that little guitar run that he's doing there. That riff, the before this one, the one on the treble strings. The guitar solo doesn't do much for me here. I'm not listening to GreenDay for the solos. Yeah, just play the guitars. Just play the straightforward power chord riffs. And that's what I'm here for. This is good. Yeah, that's a good song. I like that. As I say, that might get me to buy the album. That and The American Dream is Killing Me have intrigued me enough to make me consider buying the album well in advance of the album coming out. I'll report back if I do. All right, here's where we move into maybe a little bit more unknown territory. We're going to listen to Beginning by Brian Deedy. This came out straight, this is brand new. This came out today. Brian Deedy is from Cork here in Ireland, and he plays kind of like bluesy soul music. His albums are good. I like his records. But if you are going to listen to Brian Deedy, you have to go and see him live at some stage. His band is incredibly good, incredibly tight. I've seen him 4 times now at this stage, and every time his band has been incredible. So yeah, we're going to give this a listen, see what he's sounding like these days. Because it's been a while since he's released music, about 2 years or so from what I understand. So I'm always interested in hearing new Brian Deedy music. You can't switch it off. Oh. You can't beat I like the simple arrangement here. You can't fight them all. And you can take a breath. His vocal is so good. Oh, I like that little minor change there. His vocal layers are beautiful as well. This is cool. I want to hear this with the full band. This could be like a big anthem with a full band. Vocal fade out. Big reverb on it. Oh, that's another 15 seconds left on this for a fade out. very strange. Yeah, I want to hear that with a full band. I think that would be amazing with a full band. I think that would be pretty epic, to be quite honest with you. I think that would be amazing. Like a big stadium song, you know? It's interesting. Some of the themes in there, like Brian Didi, his history is quite interesting. That, you know, he, from what I remember, now it's been a while since I read up on this, but from what I remember is that Brian Didi, he had one of his songs in like an episode of like Lucifer or something like that. Off the back of that, he got signed and he released an album. And when he released the album, it underperformed per the record label, and they dropped him. And he spent like any of the other albums that he's released independently. So some of the themes there might allude to, you know, the idea of, or talk about maybe it's referring to the history there of him getting signed quite early and quite quick, and then being dropped just as quick, perhaps. I don't know. That's me reading into stuff. What do I know? We'll ask the man himself. You know, I'll tag him on Twitter or something. Maybe he'll come on for an interview. Brian? All right, we're going to skip over Matis Yahoo. We all know I like Matis Yahoo, and I'm going to love that song as well. Instead, we're going to move forward. We're going to listen to Parasite by Average. Whoever they are. But again, that's the beauty of the release radar. You get to hear all kinds of stuff that you might not have heard of otherwise. Hmm. 260 monthly listeners. Yeah, I didn't think that they were... They're definitely not native English speakers based on the accent. Wait. Oh, Bruxelles. Okay, they're from Brussels. I almost said Brazilian, but they're from Brussels. But I thought that I heard French. French accent, that is. Yeah, mixing elements of prog rock and hip hop. So I suppose, just for context, I speak French. Not quite as fluently as I used to, but I do speak French. So I always have a bit of a soft spot in my heart for French songs and that kind of thing. Recently released an EP titled Plante Vivesse, poignant lyrics and entrancing melodies. That is too much for me to read for a press release. And they do a cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit. And Idylle is their most popular song, 7 minutes 27 seconds. Oh, it's not. Corset is their most popular song. But they have only 360 monthly listeners. Anyway, this is part of their new EP, Temps Vague. I haven't been talking about this much. It's a little bit... I don't know about this. I don't think the acoustic guitars are produced very well. It's a bit all over the place for me. This is kind of cool, though. Oh, too short. It could have gone somewhere, but it did not. Like, I'm sure that they would turn around and say that, like, oh yeah, it's not produced very cleanly because that's not the sound we're going for. And that's okay. But that was cool. But yes, that's okay. They can do that, but you also have to be able to back it up with a good song if you're going to do that, you know? That kind of gritty sound, you have to back it up with a good song. Cool. Yeah, as I say, I've got a soft spot for French rock, but I just don't think that is quite good enough there. All right, Until the Bitter End by Southbound 441. What's their deal? 375 monthly listeners, just slightly more than Average. That's cool. I'm bleeding out my eyes. Is that the name of their... Nope. Okay. What's their deal? Originally started as a cover band for college parties, classic. Since evolved into the leading force behind The leading force behind Gainesville, Florida's re-emerging hard rock scene. Exploded onto the scene in 2022. Well, I'll give him this. Fair play for bringing back chorus. Sound lies between 90s rock and experimental metal. It's definitely got like an Ugly Kid Joe kind of vibe. Or Alice in Chains. Yeah, this just sounds alright. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this isn't produced fantastically. The drums don't sound incredible. The guitars sound pretty good. But when you're kind of going for an Alice in Chains kind of sound, it's okay for your guitars to sound a little bit muddy in terms of the rhythm guitars. But what's really kind of making me realize that this isn't well produced is the vocalist. Because I don't think a producer would let you out of the studio with the take that he just gave a second ago. That really made me raise my eyebrows. And I think he's kind of making a couple of rookie mistakes here in terms of the vocal lines. I think he's better than he's allowing himself to be here. He could have gotten a little bit higher there. I do like that part though. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, the vocals aren't EQ'd properly, I don't think. It's a cool solo though. The guitar player could definitely play guitar. Like even from the intro section, like that was some really nice guitar playing. Cool ideas. I like that. Oh, that's a lovely little complimentary bass lick there. Yeah, go nuts on that wah pedal, dude. Go for it. Yeah. Yeah, that guy can play guitar. Oh, that's the outro as well? Oh, that is brilliant. No, I would have expected that to have gone back to the chorus, and then maybe like while the chorus was going on, like a guitar solo under it. But yeah, like letting your man go nuts, and then like that's your entire outro section in addition to the guitar here or guitar solo section. Great move. That is a really good move. The guitars, that's the best part of that song in my opinion. That's an unbelievable play. Great job, whoever plays guitar. All right, we're going to keep on the trail of less known musical artists. We're going to listen to Demon in Disguise by the Boroughgroves. Someone who I don't recognize. They got 225 monthly listeners. This is the only thing they've released. Join us on our adventure through the absurdness of life. Okay. Be there for our next release, The Sandmen. This is interesting. I expect this is going to stop dead and then kick into a proper chorus after this pre-chorus. Oh, not quite. This is nicely produced. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the Boroughgroves. Yeah, I want to hear their news. What's their new thing called? What's their next single? The Sandmen? Yeah, give me that. Oh. Yeah, I like that. Ah, yeah, that's good. I like this. There's something really cabaret about this that I'm really enjoying. Quite cabaret, quite burlesque maybe. And whoever the singer is has great control. Yeah. It's quite easy to overshoot that. So lovely control. And the backing vocals are really well done. The bass isn't up to much, but it's doing everything it needs to do here. The guitar's a little bit low in the mix, but I think that's okay. Because it comes into its own in the chorus. You know what? This is going to come out of left field here, but I'm going to give that the Sonic Chronicles seal of approval because I think that is really well produced. I like that a lot. Go listen to the Borough Groves. Give them a follow or whatever. You know, yeah, that's a fun song. Maybe it could be a little bit more bombastic in the choruses, but it's nitpicking. It's nitpicking. It's a perfectly lovely song. It's got a kind of a ghost kind of groove, but it's not metal, you know? Anyway, it's a quality song. I like that. Stick it in your playlist. What I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to Heavy Flow, and then we're going to listen to Can't Tell, and that'll be us. 15,000 monthly listeners. Holy mollies. And this is the only thing they've released? This is... I don't know what to make of this. Like, it's a song about having your period. I don't know what to say. Like, it's kind of like an 80s rock song about having a period. All right. Well, that's a thing that I just listened to. 2 stars out of 5. 1 star out of 5. All right, we're going to finish up with Can't Tell by Owen Kennedy. Owen Kennedy has 3,000 or so monthly listeners, and apparently he's a saxophone player. Amazing. Tell me about Owen Kennedy. Combined with classical musical influences, Owen Kennedy fuses witty jazz with an indie rock sensibility. Okay. It's interesting. Feels really wacky and disjointed. Like I can obviously there's the jazz influence there. This isn't really for me. Like it is too strange for me. Like it challenges me somewhat. Yeah, it challenges me substantially as a musician and as a music enjoyer. This challenges me because there's stuff here that I like and there's stuff here that's good. I like the idea of the saxophone being in there, and the overall chord progression is fun. But as a song, it just isn't particularly enjoyable to me. This is a change. This is a turn. I'm welcoming this guitar solo though. And he's brought in a saxophone solo over the top of the guitar solo. And now we're descending into chaos. And it just ends. There's stuff that is good in there. I feel like there could be a good song in there. But you have to go digging for it. You have to go looking for the song that's in there. That's not why I sit down to listen to music. I don't want to sit down and listen to music and to go digging to find what the elements that I enjoy necessarily. Yet I run this show. Yeah, that's a pretty good release radar review. Twerp, Ladybug, unbelievable banger. Dilemma, really fun song by GreenDay. Beginning by Brian Deedy, really enjoyed that. I skipped over Matisyahu, but maybe I should have come back to it. Parasite, Average by Parasite, or Parasite by Average, is Until the Bitter End by Southbound 441. There's some really, really good elements in there. Some other elements aren't quite as good, but their guitar player is phenomenally good. Skipped over here, we listened to Demon in Disguise by the Borough Groves, and I give that Sonic Chronicle seal of approval as well. And that's a delightfully fun song. Heavy Flow, less said about that the better. And then we jumped on ahead and we listened to Can't Tell by Owen Kennedy, which we spoke about already. Overall, I would say it's better at the beginning than it is at the very, very end here. If you think that there were songs that were listed here, if you see songs that are listed here that are better than either of those last two songs that we listened to, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know. And maybe I'll give them a listen. I'd like to kind of get enough comments for songs that I missed out on that are quality, that I should have listened to, so that I can go back and find them all and listen to them all and find out what I was missing out on. But with that said, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to see more of this kind of stuff. Hit the bell, etc., to get this dropped into your subscriber feed. And leave me a comment in the comment section below to just have a chat. Let me know how I'm getting on. But yeah, we'll leave it there, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.